Hey guys, episode 2 of the How to Rap Workshop. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 1. Just a little introductory flavor right there to get you going. But in this episode, we're going to talk about song structure. We're going to talk about how to use a beat as a source of inspiration. And because we're talking about song structure and getting into the mode of beats, we're going to talk about measuring time, okay? Because there are a lot of people who can rap, you know what I mean? They already know how to write, but they still can't quite measure time. So we're going to talk about the importance of all of that in this episode. And let's get on into the presentation. All right, so welcome back to the How to Rap Workshop with your boy. Oops. I want to start off today's workshop with a quick write. So, you will have 5 minutes to write about things you've eaten this week. What are some of your favorite things you ate this week? What are some of your least favorite things that you ate this week? Maybe some things were mid. What would you pair them with? What do you wish you ate? Feel free to include drinks as well, of course. Okay. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes to get started, get these brains going. Have fun. All right. So there we go. Hope you had some fun with that. So, as I said, in this episode, we're going to talk about the structure of a song. So, the structure of a song, there's a few different ways to structure songs. Okay, I'm not; these aren't all of the structures, but especially in terms of most of the songs that I've written for people, and most of the songs that you should be expecting to write in this day and time, they're going to follow some variation of intro, verse, chorus, intro, chorus, or chorus, verse. Um, Now, with these intro sections, right? You may have like a song, maybe like Criminal by Eminem, or really just any other song. Let's say The Box by Roddy Rich for like something a little bit more recent, where you have like that instrumental part in the beginning, right? Kind of warming up the beat and everything. You may even get a little bit of ad libbing or something like this, some dialogue from the artist and all that type of stuff, and then you go straight into a verse from the intro, and then you get the chorus verse, or you could again get that intro, that instrumental warm up, go straight into a chorus, and then get your verse and then chorus verse. Or you can have people like the baby, right? The baby likes to do hit you immediately with a hook. I mean, sorry, with a verse, and then from the verse go to chorus. You know what I'm saying? And then you know, chorus verse, and then sorry, or you can get a chorus straight out of the beginning, uh, and then go verse, you know, hook verse. It doesn't really matter which way you choose. Really, more than anything, it depends on, I mean, your flavor as an artist, and it also depends on the flow of the instrumental. Let's just get some of these definitions out of the way. So, a verse, I like to think of the verse as the meat of the song. Usually, a verse is between 16 to 32 bars. It tells the intent of the song. It is the reason why the artist has opened their mouth. Okay. A typical song has two verses, unless you're Eminem. Eminem tends to do three verses. This gives the artist the opportunity to open their story, make it relevant to the listener, and then close it out. Okay. Verses do not always need to tell a story or be very substantive, but if you want people to listen to you, you should be effective and considerate of their time. Okay. As a note, some of my favorite verses are from Jay Electronica's Ezekiel's Wheel, Kendrick Lamar's Mama, Eminem's If I Had, or Acid's Be Me. Okay. Um, we'll get into more like intricacies of that, but that could just give you an idea. And plus, I have way more favorite verses than this. These I just had to, just go ahead and give you four, and so there are four for you. Next, we can talk about the chorus, which is also known as the hook. Okay, but it's really called the chorus. And the chorus, I like to think of the chorus as the motif of the song. Okay, a motif is defined as a distinctive feature or dominant idea in an artistic or literary composition. Okay, the proper term chorus, and the point of it is to serve as a sort of reference point for the objective of the song. The hook is typically 4 to 8 bars. Now, a hook is a short repeated chorus, typically 4 bars repeated twice. Some of my favorite hooks and choruses are from Meek Mill, with his song Derrick Rose. Just a lot of energy, man. Meek Mill is known. I mean, if you know Meek Mill, I'm a Boss, Levels. There are a couple of different songs that you may know from Meek. Did I say I'm a Boss? I think I said I'm a Boss. With his energy and just like the catchiness of it. Um, Now there's also Freeway with Full Effect, which is all that song also features Young Guns, the Young Guns. Um, but yeah, this is more. I would say the Freeway Full Effect song is more a chorus, right? The Meek Mill song is more of a hook, just to give you those separate versions. And then also, of course, you have my song Authentic. My song Authentic has a great uh, chorus hook on it. And yeah. Now, next, I want to talk about starting a song. Okay. Some people start songs with a beat first, some people start songs with concepts. We'll get more into that as we talk more about the actual starting a song from a songwriting perspective, like from the lyric perspective. But regardless, there is a relationship made between instrumental and lyric. It does not matter what you start with. Okay. What matters most is that you have something to say. This is how you create the most effective and memorable songs. The best thing you can do as an artist is to know your voice, your style, your range, etc. This will help you to more consistently find beats that are compatible with your voice tone and tempo. Now, usually when people ask me to write lyrics for them, I ask them to come to me with a concept. This concept can come in the form of an objective they have, such as love for someone or political matters. Or if they don't have a specific concept, I ask them to share with me what the beat makes them feel, or even other things like, what their artist represents. Choosing a beat is very important to people because the feeling speaks to them sonically. We may have come here not quite being able to write our own lyrics, but we all have the ability to feel when a beat touches us. There are two types of rap. Okay, there's boom bap rap and there's trap rap. There's a lot of controversy surrounding these two types of rap. However, there really is no difference between the two when it comes to the writer's objective or the feeling they get from a beat. Each style can go as fast or as slow or as dark or as light as it is produced. For our purposes, we will have options for both types of instrumentals as we do exercises. Regardless of the type of beat that is chosen, remember that there is a relationship between the beat and the vocal performance. So for this current exercise, we will get comfortable with expressing ourselves through beats. Beats are a great way to gather inspiration for a song. The right groove or melody can really put your inspiration over the top to help you figure out how you're going to fill up a verse or a hook with lyrics. We are not writing verses or hooks quite yet. We are only jotting down the thoughts and feelings that come about from us listening to a beat. These descriptions will be important as we come to write our first verses and hooks in upcoming exercises. So browse through the beats provided. I put some beats into the description for you to listen to. Find a beat that you like and take some time to sit with it and write down the thoughts and feelings you get from listening to the instrumental. It will take you some time to do this, so I will allow 30 minutes for you to listen to the beats, find the ones you like, and write down the inspiration that you get from listening to the beats. I feel like 30 minutes is enough time for you to go ahead and just browse through the beats. Um, hear them real quick. Go ahead, open up the document, and then go ahead and just take some time as you're listening to the beat. Let the beat play through, and just sit there. Allow your mind to course through and find some inspiration for you. And just write down thoughts that you get. You know what I mean? Talk about how the beat makes you feel. Talk about the words that come up to you and stuff like that. Any phrases, memories, flashbacks, things of that nature. And these things are going to continue to be important to help get you warmed up um, for writing songs. So I'm going to get the timer started for 30 minutes and get started. Alrighty then. Now, really quickly, because this is the second workshop, and we're not quite yet getting to the point where we're writing full verses and hooks and stuff like that yet. And that's because I haven't quite yet taught you how to measure time. Okay. One of the most important things you need to know as a writer is how to measure time. Song structure is monumentally important because as time has progressed through the development of music as a whole, people have become accustomed to patterns. To recall what we have discussed, on the right is a standard measurement of a verse and a hook. A verse is usually about 16 bars. I've noticed that 16 bars is equivalent to about a minute of lyrical content, and a chorus is usually about 8 bars, which is roughly half that time, 30 seconds. Now, a bar means a lot of things in rap, okay? But for the purpose of measuring time, a bar is a musical measurement of time that contains a specific number of beats. To the right, you can see an image of 2 bars. Now, you don't need to know how to read sheet music to write raps, although I'm sure most of you have seen sheet music before. But you do need to be able to measure musical time, first by understanding that it is measured, and that is best shown through sheet music. Now, the diagram to the right shows you a key signature and a time signature. We're not going to worry about the key signature because I'm not teaching you how to read sheet music. We are focused on the time signature right now. Typically, a standard song is played in 4/4 time. You know this time because you bop your head to the time and you laugh at your time impaired friends who clap on the 1 and 3 instead of the 2 and 4. So if we look at the next diagram, we can assume that it is written with a time signature of 4 beats. Those beats would be called quarters since it takes 4 beats to make a single bar. This is most easy to see if you look at the second bar. When you look at the second bar, seeing those notes that all look like sticks with little bubbles on them, those are called quarter notes. And 4 quarter notes are going to make one whole bar. These are 4 beats, right? You can call them beats. On the left there, you see a little bit more fancy stuff, right? You'll say, well, that's not 4 beats, but it is 4 beats actually. That where it says note C sharp, right? And you have the little things that look like headphones. That's called an eighth note. So the eighth note is going to, the eighth note is going to, it signifies like a split of a single quarter note, right? Of a single quarter, right? The 4/4 is going to signal. Sorry, it signifies those 4 quarters, okay, that you're going to need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are all quarters, okay? And that eighth note is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Or if I read it from here, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So we're not going to worry too much about the actual notes of the quarter notes and the eighth notes and the 16th notes and the 32nd notes. And we don't really need to do that because as you're writing your lyrics, right, and you're spitting your lyrics, you're not going to be paying attention to any of this anyway. All you really need to make sure is that you understand, really the bars, right? Like the bar section, right? Again, 16 bars in a verse, 8 bars in a hook. We're gonna get more. We're gonna get deeper practice with this. Okay. So I'm gonna use a beat to show you how we measure the time to signify the verses and the hooks. You will notice that in the production, this is also symbolized by certain behaviors of the instruments. Okay. Once you're able to measure time, you'll be able to recognize the time measurements in any beat, even if it's not structured well. Some beats are not made with such obvious transitions and variations of the instruments, such as the beat groan in the handout in the document that's in the description of the video. So it's up to you to be able to count in time to keep yourself on track, right? So I'm just showing you these different ways of just showing you how important it is to be able to measure time. All right. Writing can be difficult at times, but at some point it is over. Okay. So I want to get us started with being able to measure time. Go ahead and get rid of this. And I'm going to play the Gladiator beat. Okay. This is all intro. Now watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, this can work in a number of ways, right? To help you get like that measurement of the time, right? Because even this can be kind of considered a chorus. 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, which is 7 and 8. 2, 3, and this is the chorus section in verse. 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 9, 2, 3, 4, 10, 2, 3, 4, 11, 2, 3, 4, 12, 2, 3, 4, 13, 2, 3, 4, 14, 2, 3, 4, 15, 2, 3, 4, 16, 2, 3, 4, and there's another verse right there. And then notice how we have that transition, and then we're back here into the chorus, right? 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, and 8, 2, 3, 4, and close, right? So that's a very simple example. And just showing you, right, again, like the counting and the time. Perhaps the intro was a little bit long in that case, but even in that case, right, like with that little longer intro, sometimes people will go ahead and fill in, do the hook, just do like a little chorus section as like a little warm up or whatever. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the counting of time, the measuring of time is so very, very, very important. And that absolutely should not escape us. I need to make sure that this is still working correctly. Hold on. Let's do this, do this. Okay, we're still good. Okay, perfect. All right. So we're screen sharing. I really hope that helped you to understand a little better in the count. Actually, while we're here as well, I want to show you. I want to show you the that this still exists in the same beat that I showed you from before, the groan beat. So if we put this away and I go to the groan beat, because the groan beat doesn't have like all the transitions and stuff that the Gladiator beat has, right? So this will still be able to show you that you can count and you can still be safe. You know what I'm saying? So that you can, still get the beat together. Okay. So we're gonna get it started. Getting past a little intro. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 5, 2, 3, 4. 6, 2, 3, 4. 7, 2, 3, 4. 8, 2, 3, 4. 9, 2, 3, 4. 10, 2, 3, 4. 11, 2, 3, 4. 12, 2, 3, 4. 13, 2, 3, 4. 14, 2, 3, 4. 15, 2, 3, 4. 16, 2, 3, 4. Chorus 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 5, 2, 3, 4. 6, 2, 3, 4. 7, 2, 3, 4. 8, 2, 3, 4. And then verse. Ah. 3. And then 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5, 2, 3. This is all verse. Okay, 6, 2, 3, 4. 7, 2, 3, 4. 8, 2, 3. And then you have a whole nother half. 9, 2, 3, 4. 10, 3, 4. 11, 2, 3, 4. 12, 2, 3, 4. 13, 2, 3, 4. 14, 2, 3, 4. 15, 2, 3, 4. 16, 2, 3, and back to the chorus. 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4. 5, 2, 3, 4. 6, 2, 3, 4. 7, 2, 3, 4. 8, 2, 3, 4. And then all of this right here is just like leftover beat or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You could probably just spend the rest of this little joint right here, just kind of talking and, whatever, or just let the beat breathe, Maybe you can get, get like a producer or something like this, they can go ahead and just kind of slice off this last little end right here. Or you can just kind of do some fancy stuff at the end. I mean, maybe at some point here in the workshop, we'll talk about like bridges and stuff like that. I think Eminem is a great artist to look at for stuff like that, because Eminem has definitely included bridges in songs, in rap songs and stuff like that. I also have a bridge. I have bridges in some of my songs, such as, for example, GOTFW has a bridge in it. But that's kind of talking in later terms. The point is that you should be able to measure time. Okay, you should be able to count time, and it's possible. You don't always need to rely on the transitions or for beat drops or whatever. You just need to be able to count time. Okay, so in conclusion, in this episode of the How to Rap Workshop, we discussed song structure, how to measure time, and using a beat as a source of inspiration for lyrical content. All right. In the next episode, we will discuss the element of storytelling. The element of storytelling is going to be way different from this one, because in this case, we're just talking about getting started with writing a song. You know what I mean? And again, just speaking more about sources of inspiration. Whereas when we get to talking about storytelling, we're going to be actually talking about, getting started with telling a story, or the chronology of telling a story. Okay. In the meantime, though, y'all stay blessed. I hope y'all enjoyed today's episode. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Bell notifications. Stay tuned for anything that I upload. Beats, reviews, things of that nature. Whatever I've got going on. And I will catch you guys on the flip side.